Ladies and gentlemen and boxing fans, with one of the amateur boxers, Pierre Martinez. Pierre, how you feeling, man? How's your life, doing?
I'm feeling great.
Hey, I can tell that you started, like getting involved in boxing. First thing first, your amateur career. How does it work, amateur career right now that, you're learning that one day, you're gonna turn into pro? What's the experience that you could say right now, being an amateur fighter?
As an amateur, I'm learning the different styles and what it's gonna be like to fight as a professional.
That's awesome to hear that. Hey, people, started from the bottom, amateur career, nationals and regionals. They go to all these, tournaments. But the key question over here is like to always maintain yourself in order, to pursue your career, right? But what was it that for you to start this, sport, which is boxing? What was the motive, or what was the thing that it put you inside, in order, like, okay, I want to be a boxer? Tell me your story.
Well, I used to watch, when I was younger, I used to watch Marquez versus Pacquiao 24/7, and I was like, I fell in love with the training and the work ethic that they used to put in the gym, and I said I want to be like them one day.
Hey, you literally, it's like me and you. Literally, we watch some legends that at this time, we see the, Pacquiao is going, after all those names like Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. We already saw, an incredible fight. I don't take nothing away from both of them, great fighters. But on that night, Pacquiao became, the winner, and he surpassed Keith Thurman. Right now, 147 division is stronger. Danny Garcia, Ugas, Keith Thurman, and a whole bunch of fighters that there are on 147. Who will you see right now that can compete against two names that a lot of people they've been calling this fight, in order that hopefully happens? Time will speak. Errol Spence and Crawford. Who you think that it will win one day if these two athletes they compete each other?
I think out of Crawford, Spence, and Pacquiao, Spence is the next to be number one, because he not only knows how to fight, but he knows how to box, and he has the skills, and he's consistent when he fights. Crawford he's really good, but Errol Spence is a solid 147. He been there in that weight class for a while, and Crawford started at 130, and I think Errol Spence has the skills to be number one.
Oh, wow, that's something that I would say this. Time will speak in order that this fight happens. Time will say, who will be the king of, 147 division. There are so many fighters out there. Eventually, we're seeing right now that Keith Thurman is going against Errol Spence. Do you think that Errol Spence will stop Keith Thurman?
In order to beat Errol Spence, you will have to take more risks.
Mentioned that he will be the king of the 147 division, and if he believes that, and I would say that he will make it happen. And after that, I guess a potential fight, that he's looking for is CANELO Alvarez. What do you think now of CANELO Alvarez? The image of boxing, people wants to fight Canelo, no matter what weight class it is. People wants to fight Canelo. What do you think of CANELO Alvarez right now?
I think Canelo right now is like the face of boxing after Mayweather. Mayweather was the best in his era, but now it's Canelo's era, and I don't see anyone beating him right now, because Canelo's in his prime. They might beat him later, like in 5 years, but not now. He's at his peak of his career.
You're not the first person that said that. I've been asking to other people, and people tells me, whether they like it or not, whether people criticize him or not. Once again, Canelo is the face of boxing right now. If Canelo is a fighter that has the skills. We already seen with fighters like Danny Jacobs, Gennady Golovkin, and the list can go on and on. But it's kind of incredible that a Mexican person now is in this position right now in the prime, in order that he's the attention of every boxer. Dimitri Bivol wants to face that. We heard rumors that he wants to go and face Kovalev. We don't know right now if those fights will happen. What do you think now? Like, let's say, there's so many fights, up there. Dimitri Andrade. Right now, they stripped Canelo from the IBF title. There's so many reasons, that I wish that I can answer that, but there's so many things that, they're probably going on behind, those people that they control, the IBF commissioner and organizations and everything. But what do you think now when the future, because they're looking forward to, they've been saying that if Canelo faces Triple G, who will win in this fight?
I think Canelo would win because he has too much experience. Like, he has seen everything. He fought Mayweather, he fought Austin Trout, Miguel Cotto, Sugar Shane. He has, like, it's not like nothing he's never seen before, and he already has the confidence to fight against Triple G's power. The only thing he needs to work on is adjusting different ways to get the knockout, to prove that he won clearly, because a lot of people debate that Triple G got robbed, but he has, in the third fight, he has to make a statement that he's the king of the throne.
Oof. A lot of people, they probably want to see that fight. Some people, they disagree to watch that fight, but I'm one of the persons that I want to see, what Triple G will bring next, and time will speak. Eventually, there's other fights, before of that. Dimitri Andrade, there's so many other fighters. We have a Charlo right there. But only time knows if these fights will happen. When it comes from you.
For example, a lot of people want to see knockouts. Canelo just outboxed Danny Jacobs, but people wanted to see more risk, more, like, make a bigger statement. They wanted to see a knockout against Daniel Jacobs, but they only saw, like, the defensive Canelo. People want to see a more exciting fight, aggressive fight. The way Canelo fought Triple G the third fight, he showed that he was...
You mean the second fight, yeah.
He was toe-to-toe. People want to see those type of fights. They don't want to see him just be undefeated. They just want, like Mayweather, he only wins by points, but the excitement of boxing is knockouts. People like to see that.
Hey, a lot of people, would love to see this type of fights, this type of, matches that eventually, little by little, it will take place. Pierre.
The type of fights like Juan Manuel Marquez versus Pacquiao, those are the fights that people were buying pay-per-views for because they bring action. Juan Manuel Marquez took a lot of risk and counter-punching, and that's what people want to see from Canelo. Not just win by decision, but they want him to win convincingly, make a statement that...
That's awesome, that we hear different, opinions, and when it comes to, sometimes to please people, we're never gonna please people, but at the end of the day, we want to see these great matches, everything that, the fight fans, they request these fights, and hopefully we get it. When it comes from you, what's next? Like, you're trying to prepare one day to turn pro?
Yeah, my dreams and aspiration is to become a professional boxer and follow up to fighters like Juan Manuel Marquez, Manny Pacquiao. Build my career little by little until I get there.
That's
to a
it.
title shot one day.
That's exactly the dream from every athlete, every fighter. You have to take, what it takes, all the sacrifice, all the, the hard work that you have to pay in the gym. But at the end of the day, never stop to pursue, your career. A message that you would like to give to the fight fans and everyone, remind your account, if you got Facebook or Instagram, I don't know.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, 132 Golden.
Pierre, I wish you nothing but the best, continue pursuing your career.